And that leads me straight to my husband, Jerry. And Jerry is what a lot of people call him because Jerry is his name. I, however, call him LB for left brain. I love this man. He's my best friend, and I would not talk about him if it hurt his feelings. But he is so left-brained. I'm not male bashing. I have a lot of women friends who are decidedly left-brained. If you're sitting here right now and you have absolutely no idea what I am talking about, you probably are one too. I'm right brain. It is important for you to at least know the differences. When left brain and I got married, we were going to a family wedding, but we had a week off and we were going to meander. That's the word we used. I said, we're going to meander and just wind up in Alabama for this family wedding and not have any plans, because that's the way right brain people think. We'll see a picnic table, we'll just stop. He said, where will we get the food? I said, don't worry about the food. You see a road and you just take it. So he agreed to it, and a few days later, I saw him at the telephone, dialing. This is the way you dialed when we got married. He went around like that, and I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm making reservations for the hotel each night of our meandering trip. I said, no, you missed the whole boat. Meandering, we don't know where we're going to be each night. He said, I know where I'm going to be each night. It's going to be where I have these reservations right here. So that's an example of left brain. And this is an even better example. And the reason you have to know the differences between being left brain and right brain is that I want you to understand several of the stories I'll be telling tonight. Left brain people really are people who like things in order. Right brain people, when we hear the word order, we are waiting on food. Just two different ways. Okay, I had a client who booked me to do a speech in Arizona, and I was speaking on Friday morning. So the client said to me, Jeannie, in a telephone conversation, what you really need to do is stay over past Saturday night and go to our Saturday night event and leave on Sunday. We have Garth Brooks and his band coming to a private concert for 500 people. Garth Brooks. I said, what do you have, a cardboard cutout? And you're going to play his music, or do you have a Garth impersonator? He said, no, we have Garth Brooks and his band, but you don't have but 500 people here. And it turned out that they had given to Garth Brooks Foundation for Children over $20 million. And this was a thank you concert. Well, I knew I was staying over. And he said, why don't you invite your husband to fly out for the concert and fly back? I said, I'm going to talk to him when I hang up. I hung up and I went straight to left brain and I explained the whole situation. Phoenix, we're going to go. You fly out on Saturday. We hear this concert on Saturday night. We fly on Sunday. And I said, I've got plenty of airline miles. Will you go? And left brain said, only what a left brain person could say. He said, well, I've already been to Arizona. Well, how silly of me to even think that in this lifetime you would ever want to go back to Arizona again. And I said, come on, honey, you can go. And he said, well, I don't even know who this man is. And I said, you don't know who Garth Brooks is? And he said, I just don't see why I would fly from North Carolina to Arizona one day and back the next to hear just a singer. Just a singer. Garth Brooks, left brain, has sold more single solo albums than any person in the history of the world. He said, well, I don't know any of his music. Yes, you do. Garth Brooks, Cowboy Hat. He said he sang a song called Cowboy Hat. You know the songs because when we're riding in the car, you sing them. You may come in a beat late, but you sing them. Every time we're driving along and the song comes on and says, I've got friends in low, you always come in a low places. You come in late, but you come in a low places. He said, he sang that song. I said, he sure did. He said, well, it's the only line I know. No, no, no. No, you don't. 2 lines later, you know, I've seen you driving along. You almost swerve off the road. It says, go on down to the oasis, and you go to the right and the left. You and Garth Brooks have run many, many people right off the interstate highway. Now, let me step out of the story a minute. That wasn't the best song to select to try to get him to go to Arizona and prove to him that he knew the words, because everybody knows the words. And you can prove it to me right now. You ready? I've got friends in low. See there? And half of you can come in on the other one. Are you ready? Go on down to the oasis. So see, I picked the wrong song. Then I went back and I said, the trouble with you is you don't know or care who's singing the song. And Left Brain said, if you like the song, it doesn't matter who's singing the song. And then he said, Jeannie, you just go around the country telling everybody I'm left brain. He said, I can prove to you I'm not as left brain as you think I am. If you had plenty of airline miles, I would fly from North Carolina to Arizona one day and back the next if I could go to a concert by Nat King Cole. Left Brain, breaking news. Nat King Cole has passed. I think he's been dead 45 years. And I don't know whether he went up to heaven or he went down. But we don't have enough airline miles to get you to a Nat King Cole concert now. Now, I just decided to let it ride, because I could tell younger, newly married people, this is the best thing. Don't hound it. Just let it ride. Let him think about it, because I knew before the day was over, he'd come back in there and he would say to me, you know, I've been thinking about it, and if it's important to you, I would love to go out there and see the Garth Brooks. So all afternoon, I'd go by his office, hey, can I get you some coffee? Didn't say a word. That night, we got into bed, and I thought, man, he might have forgotten it. I thought he was sound asleep over here, and I'm sitting here thinking, well, and about to doze off, and Left Brain said, Jeannie, you know what we were talking about this morning about Arizona? I hadn't thought about it again. He said, well, I've thought about it, and I think he went up.